Being a sports journalist isn't easy. It requires long hours, careful planning, and maybe even an energy or two. But being able to actually see your work published for an actual newspaper makes it all worth it. And in just a few short moments, you will see what it's like to spend one day in a sports journalist's shoes. Today, we'll be working with one of the sports journalists right here in the Conyers-Covington area, Shaquem Holloway. How does it feel being a professional sports journalist?
It feels great if you have a passion for sports. I have an insane passion for sports, like most sports fans do. And I realized at a point in college that I had the skill of being a decent writer, and so I chose to go into journalism. I feel like as a sports journalist is you get paid to go to games and cover games, you cover teams, you talk to players, agents, whatever you do, depending on what level of journalism you're at. And those things are they're very fun to me.
Shaquem has been working with Covington News for 2 years, providing stories for the high school sports in Newton County, as well as Oxford College.
I think Shaquem reports very well. I think he's exactly what you should get out of a reporter, in that he has a very unbiased perspective and viewpoint of any sports team in Newton County, any high school. You should never have any biased views, or you should never have an article that's too negative or too positive. You should just have an article with just clear-cut information, clean information, and I think Shaquem does that very well.
Shaquem does a great job covering stories for the Covington News. He is very good at finding stories, creating stories that are in the public that may not be assigned to him, and that comes from his experience, his knowledge of his subject material, and his thirst for stories, and just his desire to do well in his profession and to represent himself well.
Since Shaquem has a wealth of experience, I understand that he knows how a sports journalist should carry himself.
Typical day, it depends if it's a game day or not a game day. If it's not a game day, for me, I'm doing a bunch of different things. It's not a game day, I'm researching, or maybe I'm working on a feature, or I'm always on social media, Twitter, trying to find a story. For a game day like yesterday, I'll show up to work around 1 or 2 o'clock because I'll have a longer day. So my day won't start until a 5:30 game or 6 o'clock game or whatsoever. But for example, yesterday I had an Eastside soccer game. Girls play at 6, boys play at 8. For me, before the game, probably like an hour before the game or so, I'm researching the team, seeing what kind of storylines. Maybe Eastside has a winning streak, or maybe the other team is ranked higher in the state, stuff like that. Then after you do that, you go to the game. You're taking notes during the game, you're recording some stats. You talk to coaches after, and then after both games, you write it up after either that night or the next day. After you talk to coaches, get your interviews and everything.
A good mark of any journalist, especially a sports journalist, is his work ethic. A person needs work ethic to elevate his performance.
I think Shaquem has an excellent work ethic. Not many people have a job where they have to drive around the county, report on a game or report on a coach or a team, and then go back to office and do a few articles on it. But I think he performs his job well, considering that he has a very unique job to perform on a daily basis.
Shaquem has a good work ethic. He's very self-motivated, which is a good attribute to have in anyone. He works hard not only to do his job, but also for his own self-worth. It's something you can tell in him that he really wants to be well presented, and he's always there to help other people if need be, with the same kind of hard work and quality work ethic.
With a job in sports journalism, you're working different hours. Like, you don't have a set time. You know, like, you're not working a 9 to 5 where you know every day you're going to come to work at 9 and you're going to leave at 5. You know, Monday I might work 10 to 6. Tuesday I might come in from 1 to 10 or 1 to 9, or, you know, it just depends. As far as my work ethic goes, though, you know, it's very streamlined. I'm focused. I love sports, so, you know, I think the fact that I have a passion for it really helps as far as my work ethic goes.
Now, even though Shaquem has done some good things for Covington News, the goal of most journalists is to keep moving on and up.
I recently accepted a job at the Chattanooga Times Free Press, which is a daily paper in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I accepted the job as I will be their web producer, which means my daily functions will change from a sports editor, as like I have a set time to be there now, like I was talking about earlier. I work from 6 to 3 Monday through Friday, and what I'll be doing is I'll be maintaining their website, posting articles, keeping the website clean, and I'll also be maintaining running their social media accounts, from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm gonna try and innovate there and maybe include some Snapchat in that to get the younger generation, the younger crowd involved in stories and news. That's kind of basically what I'll be doing. I'll kind of be a jack of all trades. I'll do some reporting too. I'll do a bunch of other different things, but those are my main duties, are kind of running the website and running social media.